In the case of the United States, if you were to look at where we rank in math and science, we keep declining. So what is the issue that we have that's going on in this country right now? And what are we doing?
I think as a country and a nation, and certainly as a school district in Stamford, we have multiple challenges.
We will fail if we don't give kids equal access to a quality education. No child is born with a destiny of being a king in this country, and no child is born with a permanent disadvantage.
Do you have a hypothesis for the experiment?
Our job, and what excites me about the work of public schools and public education, is it provides access to a quality education for all. The Developing Futures in Education program started in 2004. We have 7 school districts, over 1.2 million children involved and engaged, and thousands of teachers who've been trained, better capable, and walk into a classroom with a higher skill level to do their job. For our country's well-being, we have to have high-quality common standards.
I mean, we're 50 states with about 150 different curricula, and everybody's all over the map. And it kind of made sense to me that we really would have one standard if we want to move ahead as a nation.
We felt like that was one of our biggest issues in Jefferson County, is that we had so many different just pieces of curriculums that was impossible to support, and that plays into an urban district. And that if you have a lot of fragile students traveling from school to school, you really do impact their learning and their ability to succeed.
The Common Core state standards were developed to make sure that all schools are on the same page. What they are doing is that we're going from a drill and skill type of mindset of teaching to a more critical thinking, developing the children to be able to succeed in college and beyond.
Who can talk me through this problem? So when Common Core does come in place, the students will be learning more in-depth concepts and not just getting an answer, 2 + 2 = 4. They'll actually be learning of how 2 + 2 = 4. How do you know it equals that? So it leaves you with 6x equals what?
13.
13.
I think this is the first educational reform that I've seen in 25 years that actually makes sense.
We put page numbers so that we know where things are.
The support of the GE Foundation in adopting Common Core and in helping us to do professional development for our teachers has been essential. This really puts everybody on the same page, and I would say it's more rigorous for everyone.
GE is not in the business of education. We're in the business of business. And so when we really take a look at what are the supports that we can provide to a school system, we can help.
Capacity management may not be very familiar to many people, but the concept in general is, what do businesses know how to do that they consider just pretty normal in their way of operating that would be helpful and unique in a certain way to a school system?
In Erie, Pennsylvania, we realized that they didn't have a data system to collect data to focus on their students. We were actually able to bring 2 vice presidents over from our IT department. They identified various gaps that were in the school system.
The GEIT staff actually worked with our school district technology committee.
And basically we facilitated all of the meetings, brought all the key players, did the interviews.
We eventually chose the Infinite Campus system, and that's when the GEIT staff came in and kind of created it to suit the district's needs, but then again came back to the principals and said, what would make it better for you?
If they can spend less time on those operational, functional areas, they can spend more time on the classroom and educating the children.
I feel like my students have already benefited in a short period, 3-year period, from all the connections that we've had with GE.
The purpose we're here is actually quite simple, and this is really to try to mobilize business as a supporting function in helping to drive college and career readiness from our schools. We can't sit back and do nothing.
The business convening is quite unique. to get a collection of some of the best companies across the country coming together and to see what people are doing to help bring their expertise to a particular school district. To my knowledge, that's not been done before.
To run a really good store takes a really strong skill set, and even the distribution that happens behind the scenes is pretty complex.
We are all very concerned with where that next generation workforce is coming from. That next generation workforce is today's students. Are we doing our level best to make sure that they are going to come into the workforce? Are they going to be career ready?
We work with folks from NASA, from the National Science Teachers Association, but we're able to bring people from all over the country, and quite frankly all over the world, to come in and provide support to that local schoolhouse, but also to the district overall.
When the teachers came this year with the GE Foundation grant, we were able to take them right into Kennedy Space Center, right into the NASA facilities. They were able to go and see the Space Shuttle Discovery, and they can take that back into the classroom, share with the students what they have seen. You can dream as far as you can dream. Anything's possible, anything can come true.
If we want America to be great, if I want this to be a great country for my children and my grandchildren, it's about education. And we need to have a high quality education for all children, because that's what it's going to take to keep us on top.
GE's got a 130-year history and will be here for 130 or more. This is a really long-term commitment to show that all kids can be college and career ready, and all kids have access to a quality education.